Yeah, we got a good one to kick off Week 14. Thursday Night Football, Packers, Lions, battle for supremacy in the NFC North. You can't ask for any more than this. As always, we got sides, props, parlays, and touchdowns coming at you with all of that right now. Let's go. Hey, how you doing? Dave Loughy here. On Twitter at Loughy_D. Hit your boy up if you haven't done so yet. It's right there. And as always, help me feed the algorithm. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. It's free. And leave a comment down below. As always, you guys know I read and respond to all of them. I love seeing your thoughts on this game. It's a tough one, no doubt. Two really good teams. One last thing before we get started. Bet365 decided tonight to say, all right, we're going to scrap the touchdowns. You know why? Because we just pummeled them. We pummeled them on that all year. But they're saying, hey, bet $25 on a same game parlay, okay? Minimum odds of even money. And we're going to give you $25 back in bonus bets if it loses. You know what that means? That means we have a free $25 bet to absolutely splurge. I made a parlay. It's a wild one. And guess what? I don't care, because if it loses, I got 25 bucks back. It's the most plus EV thing you could do. If you're not on Bet365 yet, link is in the description in the pinned comment. If you're in any of those states on the screen, you're getting $150 in bonus bets just for signing up, depositing 10 bucks, betting 5 of it on whatever the hell you want. Bet 5 on the first drive of the game. The moment that settles, you have 150 in bonus bets in your account. This is the best promo we've seen from them in a while, because even if we lose on a $25 bet, we get it all back. And guess what? If we win, well, if we win with this one, we're swimming in it tonight. 21 years old to gamble. Gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Link in the description and pinned comment. As always, let's go. Packers are 3.5-point dogs on the road in Detroit. 51.5-point total here. Look, we can't even talk about this game until we tackle the injuries first, right? Because they're abundant on Thursday night. Packers are going to be without Jair Alexander, Edgerrin Cooper, Romeo Doubs, as expected, also missing this game with a concussion. But here's the thing, the defensive line for the Lions. I know it's the only thing anyone talks about, and like the linebackers, but we actually can't ignore this at all. Like, this is bad. Josh Pascal, DJ Reader, Levi I always struggle with that one. Onwuzurike, all of them out. They already lost Aiden Hutchinson and Alex Anzalone to the IR. Look at this on the screen. Look how many guys they have on the IR right now on the defensive side. It's remarkable. Look, I have no doubt the Lions, who are still, by the way, 3.5-point favorites in this game, are going to compete. Like, they're projected to win still, okay? But it's hard to overlook the injuries on the line, especially when the Packers are more than content running the football. Actually, they want to run the football. That's exactly what they're trying to do. You know, look at the way all of this works, right? The way that I see Detroit covering this game is by going up early, because the offense is essentially healthy, right? Outside of Taylor Decker on the offensive line. Significant, but it's not going to kill them. They still have insane potency both on the ground, through the air as well. We know Jared Goff loves playing inside of a dome. They also taken a massive step forward in coverage this year on defense, which is super helpful. But that isn't to say Jordan Love can't get into a shootout. It's just not what Green Bay wants to do on the other side. It's pretty evident, too. Like, we know Detroit likes to run the football. What have I told you? The Packers and the Lions are essentially tied for third in run play percentage this year, right? And if you wanted to rank Jordan Love's pass attempts per game from highest to lowest this season, all 3 of the games where he has thrown the most this season are the only 3 losses the Packers have on the year. It speaks volumes about what this team wants to do. They just want to run the football. And it's not to say, again, that they can't throw, but Jordan Love under pressure has been a bit of a problem. Maybe less pressure with all the injuries to the O-line or the D-line for Detroit. But given the fact that they have this many injuries on the D-line, not only the D-line, but the linebacking core as well, divisional spot, Green Bay still alive for the number 1 seed. It's as close a matchup as you're going to get. So in a primetime spot, I'm just going to take the Packers plus 3.5. All right, let's talk about some props here. Look, I have to stay true to what I think happens in this game, or at least the way I see it playing out. Could it be totally different? Yeah, it's football, right? But give me Josh Jacobs over 70.5 rushing yards. Again, I'm just staying true to the way I think this plays, or the way they want to play. Keep the ball out of Detroit's hands. Try to punish an insanely banged up defensive line and linebacking core. And also, this may seem irrelevant, but the Packers' run defense on the other side has been extraordinarily improved this year. So I think it's less likely that they just give up these kind of long, drawn out, methodical clock eating drives on the ground to Detroit, which so many other teams have done this year. And that's important because we need Jacobs on the field, especially considering these two teams play at two of the slower paces in football. If you look at seconds per play per game, one other thing, listen to this. This is crazy. Since week 8, Jacobs is getting 66% of the team's rushing attempts. That's a lot, by the way, for those of you unsure of how this works. And 75% of all of their running back rushing attempts. Through the first 7 weeks, he was at 55% and 66 respectively. So let's hope they hammer the rock. If you don't love this, you could always just grab over 16.5 rushing attempts on Josh Jacobs as well, which I think is a pretty good bet. All right, let's talk about a touchdown, and then we'll get to our Bet365 promo parlay, $25 for doing nothing outside of placing a bet that you guys are probably already going to place, right? Because it's a safety net. If we lose it, we get it all back. Who cares? Touchdown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, plus 105 on Bet365 and on FanDuel. Look, you're getting him at plus money. That's enough in this spot for me. We're talking about a 51.5 point total. Packers team that is once again without Jair Alexander. Don't get me wrong. Green Bay knows how to coach their corners, their DBs, right? Like, after all, Jeff Hafley was a DBs coach on like 900 different teams. But St. Brown is so tough to stop, particularly in the red zone. That's why he has the third most targets of any player in the league inside the 10. Close to 30% of Goff's targets inside the 10-yard line have gone to Amon-Ra. That's why he's 9 touchdowns this season. So many of them come in that range. I like that spot. Also, Josh Jacobs is minus 145 on FanDuel. Much better odds than anywhere else. And here's why I think he's viable in this spot. This guy had 1 rushing touchdown through the first 6 games of the season. Over his last 6 weeks, 8 total touchdowns, 7 on the ground. And the craziest part, he's been the only Packers running back he's getting 94% of their goal line carries this year. It's crazy. Not to mention, he's second in carries inside the 10 of any player, second inside the 5. All of those line up nicely, which is why we talk about this for our Bet365 parlay. Oh, one more thing, because we still got a few minutes here. I'm sure you guys at OddsShopper, following this channel, have heard about our portfolio EV tools. We love doing these videos on YouTube. I love them. I love the long shots. I love the touchdowns. But truthfully, like, the way I'm consistently making money is by making 100+ bets a day and just grinding out small edges. Like, I went up, I couldn't even get 100 down yesterday. Went 41 and 24, $1,200 profit with not even that much volume, simply by using our portfolio EV tools. Because what they're doing is just using a market-based approach, grind out small edges, find all of the sports books that have the wrong odds, call it as you want, the wrong odds, and we're pouncing on them. And we have the mass entry tool where you click it and literally click on DraftKings. You can place 20 bets at a time. I can get 150 bets down with less than 30 minutes a day. All you're doing is figuring out which bets in our tools have been historically profitable, and you're hammering these bad lines on every book each and every day. And the profits honestly have been astounding. You can look really anywhere. You can look at my results. I'd love for you guys to try it. I think you'll love it. Is it a different way of betting? Yes. But here's the great part. You're going to make money doing it. And until Friday, the promo code CYBERWEEK, with that link in the description or in the pinned comment, CYBERWEEK at checkout, gets you 70% off your first month. I love these tools. I couldn't say more about them because I've won a lot of money with them. So why would I not? That's $30 for the entirety, less than $30 for the entirety of the month. Check it out. Join the Discord. Hit me with comments in the questions or DM me on Twitter. I'm happy to answer anything for you if you want to try it out. CyberWeek at checkout gets you 70% off your first month and well on your way to making profits like you haven't seen before. All right, Bet365 promo, let's go. You know what? You guys play this however you want. You're getting your money back even if you lose. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I have no interest in playing this conservatively. Josh Jacobs, 2+ touchdowns. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 2+ touchdowns. Let's go, baby. We're getting it to plus 2,200, plus 2,250, $25 in the 575. And if I lose, what does it matter? Now we just have to keep Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery out of that damn end zone. But let's have ourselves a day. Normally, I wouldn't bet this on Bet365 because there's better odds elsewhere, but it's clearly a plus EV spot because we get it back if we lose. Anyway, guys, have a great rest of the day. Thanks for hanging out and tuning in as always. I'll see you back here for the next one. Peace.